Good morning, everybody. Morning, not good. After talking to everybody I talked to on the phone last night, all my boys, there was one thing that kept bothering me, one thing that kept me up last night, the one thing that's got me up this morning. I'm up. I'm getting ready to take my medicine from Stephen A. and Shannon on TV because I was hating on Aaron Rodgers all week. I was hating on Aaron Rodgers on me, and I took my medicine yesterday. That's the nature of sports. You gotta love it. But I was hating on Aaron Rodgers during the beginning of the game. I was still, if you watch the live stream, I was still hating on Aaron Rodgers, and he did it. He did it. He did what I said that he was gonna that he had to do to beat us, and they did it. And then no one was mentioning how Green Bay was catching everything. They were catching everything. Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if it was how Aaron Rodgers threw the ball. If he throws that, now that's the thing. That's a real thing. That some quarterbacks throw a ball that's easier to catch and whatnot. Maybe he throws a ball that's much easier to catch or whatever. But they were catching the balls out there like crazy. So I mean, Green Bay played a fantastic ball game. Now, the one thing that kept me up last night is the thing that I said on my video before the game, the video of keep the ball away from Aaron Rodgers. Keep the ball away from Aaron Rodgers. And we started that game slow, and we instantly start playing Green Bay's game of Aaron Rodgers, which impressed me a little bit because we succeeded we actually succeeded in their game. And a lot of us didn't think in our minds that our team could come back on Green Bay once Green Bay's up on them like that. Dallas can't come back on Green Bay. They did. That's downright impressive, and that's something. That's something that we didn't think our team could do. Now we know. Again, this season, whenever the boys were in trouble, we knew they could come back. We knew they could dig themselves out of almost anything. And they dug a tremendous hole with penalties. I already went over that right there. 2 drives were extended. Those first 2 drives of touchdowns were extended because of a penalty by us. The penalty from Bryce Butler, that stopped the drive. But the thing that worries me, because players, we're going to upgrade the defense. The defense is going to have better players. It's going to get better. This in one offseason, it's going to get dramatically better. So I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the coaching. As a new Garrett Homer, I can feel like I can say this freely this time that I couldn't say in 2014 because of the Tony Romo fan base that get mad and was always thinking that I'm talking junk about Tony Romo. 2014, my main issue, as I said in that video before this game, was that we gave the ball back to Aaron Rodgers. Whatever offensive strategy we had, it entailed giving the ball back to Aaron Rodgers. If Dez had caught the ball right there at the 1-yard line or extended for a touchdown like he tried to do, we're like, yeah. But guess what? Aaron Rodgers gets the ball back with a lot of time just to get a touchdown. It's almost a done deal. When we kicked that field goal yesterday, the Green Bay players and tied the game up at 31 with that much time left to go on the clock. The Green Bay players were like, oh my God, we've won this game. That was in their minds because they know, ooh, you gave the ball back to Aaron Rodgers with enough time for us to score. All he got to do is throw a couple passes and we win. That wasn't in our game plan again last night. And I just heard Jason Garrett this morning when I got up talking about that we were playing to win the game. I'm trying to be aggressive when I don't know who it was again, spiking the football. Oh, it feels good to be able to talk junk about it because if that was Romo spiking the football, it would have been so much, he had to do it because blah, 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 blah. Look, he's out of the equation now. I can talk junk. Why did we spike the football? I don't understand that. Why did we spike the football and then throw a couple of passes And I think we took like a few seconds off the clock before we had to kick the field goal. And I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, we should have drained the clock to the very end and kicked the field goal to go into overtime. Why would you do anything to where you leave time on the clock and hand the ball back to Aaron Rodgers against anybody? You don't have to have the bad defense that we have or whatnot against anybody. I don't care when our defense when we have studs back there in a couple of years and our defense is rocking the league. You still don't give the football back to the other team when they have a good quarterback, when all he has to do is make a couple of passes and kick a field goal and they win. You put our defense in a situation where they had to make an extraordinary play, and they almost did. The Heath sack, I was like, I saw the ball coming out before he hit him. But still, you put your defense in a situation when you have the ability, you have the offense, and you have the ability to control football games. You have a running back that was getting 6 yards a clip to control football games. You could have matriculated down in that little area with little dumps, a little swings, a little draws, a little whatever, little bullshit to get the ball further in for the field goal, and you can take some shots at the end zone as well. But we strike the ball, quick pass. Few seconds run off the clock, kick the field goal, here go Aaron Rodgers. That was the same mentality that I feel led us astray at the end of the 2014 game. That was the mentality of not being able to control the end of the football game and get into the end zone and let our move be the last move in the football game. Again, we didn't do it. We didn't matriculate ourselves down the field to where our move was the last move in the football game. When you have an offense that can control the game, when you have an offense and players that can control the clock, you manipulate it into your favor and you kick a field goal or go into the end zone with no time left on the clock. That's your goal, especially when you're in the area where you're guaranteed 3. This bothers me because the other things can be upgraded. This is the same damn mistake that you made in 2014, just a different flavor. So this, out of all the great things, and of course, like I'm such a homer of the organization, how the organization have done so many great things over. Some was luck, but they've done some great things. This has to be fixed because you will not ruin this quarterback's career like you ruined the last quarterback's career. You feel me? All right, holla at you.